Lil Rel Howery, Amanda Seales, Neal Brennan, Villaseñor, Maz Jobrani, and more in the 4th annual Howie Mandel Stand-Up Extravaganza.
And now, please welcome the new owner of Just for Laughs, Howie Mandel.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Montreal. Wow. This is amazing. Wow. Okay. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. This is like a dream. Somebody pinch me. This is amazing. Please, please, please. Oh. People, 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 people. Okay. It's like a dream. I feel like I'm in a dream. I do. This doesn't feel real. I gotta tell you, it doesn't feel real. I always say this. First of all, it's great to come home. It's great to be in Canada. But even more importantly, as a comedian, this is the epicenter of everything comedy. This is it. JFL, and now I'm one of the owners. It's so weird. It's like a dream. But the thing about it is, before I start the show and I got to tell you how I feel about this. I mean, it's like a dream. Last night, I haven't slept a wink. I am so tired. I was up all night. I flew in last night. I was walking the streets. I was looking at the shows. And I went to my room, and I couldn't sleep, and I'm rolling. And 5:30 this morning is the first time I fell asleep. And then... okay, I'll tell you this. So I'm sleeping. I had a weird dream. I did. I had a dream that I had to go to the bathroom really badly, but I could not find the men's room. And I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and it was too late, and I peed all over myself. Wait. And then I wake up, and I'm lying in the bed, in my bed, and I'm soaked. And the bed is soaked, and I realized dreams do come true. In my hotel. Thanks for sharing. That's what I love doing this job. I love comedy. I love being the first act out and kind of warm you up for the spectacular show you're about to see. I have not been good in my life and my career to opening acts. I will tell you a quick little story, so I feel like I'm giving back now. I had an opening act, a Canadian. His name was Lou Dinos. It still is Lou Dinos. And that's Lou's cousin right there. And I'm just gonna tell you what I did, and I feel like I gotta repent and give back. Lou was on the road with me, and I said one day to Lou, I said, I wanna do something for you, and he wears a great suit, and he wears shoes, he loves his shoes. I said, I'm gonna buy you shoes. I wanna buy you shoes. So I took him to the mall, and I bought him beautiful size 10 leather dress shoes. And Lou put on his shoes. He was so happy, and he went back to the hotel. I stayed in the mall, and I bought the same shoes in 9.5, 9, 8.5, and 8. And we were on tour for months. Every 3 days before the show, I would go into his dressing room and switch out the shoes. He didn't know. And I'd see him on stage, and he'd be pacing back and forth, but I could tell that he was in pain. I could tell. And one day I said to Lou, I said, Lou, what's wrong? What's wrong? And he goes, you're not gonna believe this. I am a 40-year-old man, and my feet are still growing. Okay, you know what I want to do? People are just coming in now. Was there somebody coming in right there? I saw that lady just came in. You just came in now, right? Did you just come in now? Stand up. Did you just come in now? Yes, you just walked in, didn't you? You did. You're what? You're really sorry? Well, let me tell you something. As the new owner, you missed it, I'm the new owner. It is important for me. I have two jobs. One is I want to keep this festival at the level it is at. And two, which is probably one, I want to make it more profitable than it is. So right now, as we stand here, I am announcing late fees. How much? Wait. Give me some money. Give me some money right now. Or get out. Or get out. And we will resell the seats and make even more money. Oh, you could sit down. You could sit down. As the owner of the festival, I just want to say I have finished this part of the monologue. I'm about to start the show. So, before I do that, as the owner, I'd like to ask for a standing ovation for the end of my monologue. I did finish my monologue. I'll say that's it. I need you to stand up and just enjoy me. Go ahead. That's it. Stand up. Sit down, please, sit down. That's not necessary. And one more thing before I start the show, I'm talking to the producers, I'm talking to the editor, I'm talking to the network. Please edit out the part where I said, as owner, I am asking people to stand up. I'm doing my job. This is so much fun being an owner, but what is more fun is watching great comedy, which is about to begin right now. This comic says she's kind, but I'll tell you something, she's not necessarily nice. Like how backstage she told me, she goes, Howie, you look really great for your age. That's not nice. Please welcome Amanda Seales.
So, once upon a time, a very dark and lonely time, I ventured onto the dating app Tinder. Okay? Right, exactly. The thing about Tinder is that you basically swipe right if you like someone, then a conversation starts. And it's really how the conversation starts. One time, someone started it by saying, "Are you crazy?" I'm crazy like you, we both on this app together. But you have to be able to know what level of crazy you are. You know, if you're gonna be dating, you gotta know that. And I learned that I am kind of like regular crazy, you know, like, oh, who texted you? I'm breaking your phone. Okay, yeah, like, it's like regular, like classic crazy. But then there's a whole other level of crazy. White girl, gone girl, crazy. You see, it's important to know whether you are regular crazy or white girl, gone girl crazy. I found this out in a situation where I was in a doorway about to frisbee my boyfriend's MacBook across a hallway. And I found out at that moment that I was not white girl, gone girl crazy, okay? You see, I knew in that moment that I wasn't white girl, gone girl crazy because I had been taken to a place, all right? See, men, you don't understand. You can take us to a place that we've never been before. It's a place of crazy that you're always surprised that happens. It's like you take us in the car, we get in the car, we ride with you willingly, and then we show up to crazy and you get out and you're like, I don't know how we got here. You brought us here. So now we're here. And I'm about to frisbee this MacBook. And something stopped me. And what stopped me was respect for Apple products. So I just slid the computer across because I may not be white girl, gone girl crazy because that would have meant that before I threw the MacBook, I would have taken pictures of the person killing me and then put it on their Facebook and then threw the MacBook. That would be white girl, gone girl crazy. I lived in New York City for 15 years. I used to cultivate my crazy on the daily, okay? I found myself on the train one time, and you know, like, there's this unspoken rule that if there is room, you don't gotta be right here, you know? Like in a parking situation, if you park and someone parks next to you, you're like, why? Why? There's so many spaces. Why are you here? That happened on the train. There's all these seats. I'm sitting next to me in the seat is a small flat rate box. It's not not like tiny. It has some girth, but it's also not huge. But it's big enough to need its own seat. And I hear a voice come up behind me and say, I want to sit here. Well, there's all these seats. So I don't say anything. Then the voice comes in front of me and says, I want to sit here. Okay, so now things have elevated because the person is wearing jeans, a white tee, and he has one eye. I don't know if you've ever spoken to anybody with one eye, but it's very direct. I want to sit here. So I meet him where he came at me, and I said, you can't sit here. And so now we're both in the movie A Color Purple, all right? We're speaking from the cotton. It's very deep, okay? And now he's just like really angry about not sitting there. And I'm thinking this is gonna blow over until he reaches down, picks up the box, and starts hitting me with the box. Now, I don't know if you've been hit with a box, but it takes about 3 hits to know you're being hit with a box. So it's like 1, 2, I'm being hit with a box. And then you have to bounce back. So now I bounce back and we're wrestling with the box. We're wrestling with the box. And I remembered something, y'all. I'm a ninja. Sometimes skills just come up when you don't even expect it. It's like moms who pick up a car when their child is trapped. And all of a sudden I just, boom, kicked him. He falls back. Onto a bunch of people who up until that point didn't notice that I was being beat with the box. Next thing I know, 3 white guys come from the back of the train with dreadlocks. Don't do that. They look like they had interrupted their hacky sack to come to my rescue. And they're like, hey, bro, hey, man. She just wants to sit by herself, man. He's like, I want to sit here. I want to sit here. And I realized, guys, the only way to challenge this crazy is to handle it head on. See, there's 2 ways to deal with crazy. Either get really calm or get crazier. So I mustered my best Gandalf. And I told him, you will not sit here. And he said, whoop, gotta go. Good night, y'all.
This comedian has roasted politicians at the White House, is a founding member of the Axis of Evil comedy tour, and has a new Netflix special called Immigrant. Please welcome the guy who's real familiar with airport security pat-downs. Please welcome Maz Jobrani. Maz.
I actually brought my kids with me. I have young kids. Anybody here got young kids? Anyone have young children? Anybody? Yeah, there you go. Listen, I don't know if you guys are raising your kids. I got a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old daughter, and I don't know if you guys in Canada raise them modern, but modern parenting nowadays, modern parenting means that you actually spend time with them. No, because I'm in my 40s. Like, our parents did not spend time with us. When we were kids, our parents did not. First of all, I was born in Iran, so I have immigrant parents. Immigrant parents don't spend time with anybody. Immigrant parents, once they get you to America, they feel their job is done. As soon as we landed, my parents, ready, go. Land of opportunity, you're on your own. We'll see you at graduation. You better be a doctor. Now we spend so much time with our kids. Schools have now found ways to trick parents to come to school with different themes every day. First of all, I put my kids in private school because I thought that meant that I would pay and the school would just take them. But that's not how it works, because you go to the interview, they go, are you willing to be involved in your child's education? I go, of course I'm willing to be involved. They go, how? I go, well, you know, I'll drop them off and then you'll be involved and then I'll pick them up. That's not how it works. They've come up with themes. Every day is a new day. Parent day, teacher day, parent-teacher day, daddy day, mommy day, daddy donut day, mommy hot dog day, grandpa day, distant cousin day, distant cousin day. I had to call my cousin in Iran. We haven't talked in 20 years. I called him up, Mahmoud, it's distant cousin day. You got to come to the school. Yeah, you got to come to America. No, I know there's a travel ban. You can't come. Come to the Mexican border. I'll sneak you in. There's no wall. Yet. Oh my God. This actually was something that happened. My 7-year-old daughter came home from school with a letter from the school recently that said, in honor of the 100th day of school, please send your child to school tomorrow dressed up as a 100-year-old. What the hell? What kind of BS assignment? How does a 100-year-old dress? What do I got her put in a wheelchair oxygen mask? Go. If you want extra credit at lunchtime, just poop your pants. It'll put you over. Our parents wouldn't have played that. If I came home with a letter back when I was 7 years old to my dad, my Iranian father, immigrant father, he would have called the school. Let me call give me the telephone. This is American BS. Let me call the school. Hello, teacher. My son, he no coming. Yeah, he died. He was 99 years old. He lived a full life. But send the homework. We believe in reincarnation. He come the next day. I'm telling you, Montreal, I was at the school recently. I'm looking around and I realized my parents never came to any of my school events. Then I realized I didn't want them to come to my school events because I had immigrant parents. I don't know how it is in Canada, but if you have immigrant parents in America, you're spending your whole life trying to blend in with all the other American kids. You don't want your immigrant parents showing up because when immigrant parents show up, they blow your cover. I don't want them coming to school. The 1 or 2 times they came to school, my parents, they would come in loud. Immigrant parents always, hello, it is good to be here. Thank you very much for having us. Land of opportunity. Thank you very much. We love your country. What a bird, the eagle. Wow. Your food, Big Mac, amazing. You'd be in the corner trying to blend in and hide. Then they would talk. Who are we? We are immigrants. And we are with him. Dad, shut up. They thought I was one of them. He'd make it worse. We are from Iran. Dad! Nobody likes Iran. They thought we were Greek. I've been eating yogurt all week. I got a yeast infection. Guys, this is 40 years ago in America, nobody liked Iran. Still, nobody likes Iran. Iran has been in every travel ban the Trump administration has put out. 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. First of all, they put a new travel ban out every 3 months, like it's an iPhone update. I can't wait till they come up with Travel Ban X, like the iPhone X. Maybe it'll come with facial recognition. You just ban yourself. Oh crap, I'm not getting in. Now you guys are smart in Canada. You've been following it. Travel Ban 1.0, 2.0. The complaint was they were all Muslim countries. So people said it's a Muslim ban. So the Trump administration wanted to show how not anti-Muslim they are. So for Travel Ban 3.0, they added 3 new countries to show how not anti-Muslim they are. They added North Korea. I didn't know they were coming. I've never met a North Korean in 40 years in America. I've never met a Korean and be like, you're from the South? No, I am from the North. I've never met that. But now I guess they really can't come. They also added Venezuelan diplomats. So not the whole country, just 10 dudes from Venezuela. They can't come. And then they added Chad, which I thought was some guy. I was watching the news. I go, what did Chad do? Turns out Chad is a Muslim country in Africa. Chad does not sound like the name of a Muslim country. Chad sounds like a Muslim country trying to pretend not to be a Muslim country. Right? It's like, hi, we are Chad. Hanging out in Africa. Near Egypt and Nigeria. I mean Eric and Nick. And let me tell you something. This is something that happened in the US. Some immigrants actually voted for Trump because they wanted fewer taxes. They ended up with fewer relatives. These things happen. I actually was doing a show in Houston during the elections, and I said that Trump is anti-immigrant. And there was a Lebanese guy who got upset at me. He goes, Maz, he's not anti-immigrant, he's anti-illegal immigrant. I go, oh, you're legal? Yes, I am. I go, where are you from? Lebanon. I go, what's your name? He goes, Hussein. I go, good luck to you, Hussein. And it's true, because now Trump wants to go after legal immigration. He wants to decrease legal immigration into America. And one of the things that they say they may want to use for immigration into America, there might be an English aptitude test to get into America, which means there might be a spelling test to get into America, which means there's going to be a lot of people coming from India because they always win the spelling bees. The next time you're going through airport security in America, you're going to see an Indian guy standing there. I would gladly spell the word ubiquitous for the green card, the visa, and the grand prize. Guys, I'm Maz Jobrani. Thank you, Montreal.
Our next guest is such a good comedian that he got huge laughs in a horror movie. It's hard enough to get huge laughs in a comedy club, let alone a horror movie. Remember the movie Get Out? One of my favorite. Please welcome Lil Rel Howery.
This actually looked like a scene from Get Out, the stand-up version. This is frightening. There's a lot of white people here. I'm sorry, that's just for me. Y'all don't realize how scary this just looked. You know what's funny? It feels good, because I mean, like, my money has changed. I'm like not broke anymore. That's a good thing when you actually have some money. But my family ended up finding out, and that's the scariest thing in the world. My uncle called me. I don't know if anybody got this in their family. You got one person in your family that everybody call when something going wrong, somebody needs something. He called me one day. I answered the phone, like, hello? He said, your turn, and hung up. I was like, who is this? Like, what you mean, my turn? And then he called me up. He called me back and said, look, man, my brother died, and, I told him I'm on vacation. You got more money now, so you're going to have to be the one to take care of everything. So they all going to call you. They're in the living room now. They meeting. They're going to call you on speakerphone, and they're going to ask you for the money. I said, what? And then he hung up again. I'm like, damn. So then I get the next call. It's the whole family. They all in the living room. They like, look here, I know you heard that your uncle died, and we all came up with all we can come up with, between all 15 of us. We was able to come up with $94. All we need is 9,744 more. Like, what? I was mad because I'm like, this dude, like, he was on drugs the whole time, and he stole from everybody. So, like, we finna pay for a funeral that somebody owes us money? That don't make no damn sense. Then I feel bad, because my grandmother, that's why I paid for it. That's her son, and she was sad about it, and she was crying, and she was hurt. I'm like, all right, Grandma, I got you. I don't care about the rest of everybody else. I'm doing this because this is your son. This is for you. Then they called me back. Well, your grandmother don't want to fly because she don't like to fly nowhere. Somebody had to get on a Greyhound bus with her for 2 days all the way down to Mississippi. I said, let me say this. She's my grandmother, so that's your mama. You know what I mean? That's two different things. I don't have to ride with y'all. Y'all gonna put the grandmother on me. That's your mother. So they did. So now we on this Greyhound bus. I don't know if anybody ride the Greyhound bus recently. Greyhound ain't not like how it used to be. You know, the Greyhound was beautiful, it was nice. It's the scariest place to go to now, the Greyhound station. Matter of fact, I was the only person with a luggage bag there. Everybody's looking at me like, who the hell is that with a luggage bag? Everybody else had grocery store bags tied up with their clothes in it. All through the Greyhound said, well, who the hell is Richie Rich? I get on there, my grandmother. She want a snack from the, they got the little snack places. First of all, don't ever buy a hot dog or anything from a Greyhound station. You don't know how long that hot dog been spinning. I walked over there, the hot dog had a mustache and a face. I'm like, it grew into a person. I think it worked here. We get on the bus. It's a good ride. Now, nowadays, it ain't just regular patrons on the bus. Sometimes they have people who just got out of jail randomly on your bus, which is the scariest thing in the world. And my grandmother just kept trying to speak to everybody. She's trying to pray for people. You know what I mean? I'm like, Grandma, you can't say nothing. These are convicts. Let them mind their business. She's like, no, he needs my prayer. She started grabbing this dude's hands. So she's still hungry because I didn't get this dirty hot dog from the snack station. So we stop at a rest stop, right? I got the McDonald's there. And I'm gonna say this, like, if you're on a bus, on a Greyhound bus, most of the people on the bus bring their own food. Nobody get the McDonald's. I come on the bus with the 4-piece nugget, everybody stop eating their sandwiches. Oh, wait a minute. Who was fancy pants with a 4-piece nugget? All I got was 4 pieces. Hey, Richie Rich, you have to share those nuggets with everybody on the bus. It's only a 4-piece, I don't care. Matter of fact, look, you ain't gotta get nobody else a nugget. Let me get a dip. He wanted to dip his sandwich in my sweet and sour sauce. Come on, brother, let me get a dip. No big deal, let me dip my sandwich in it. Now I'm about to fight this dude over nuggets. And then he threatened me. He didn't give me what's funny? He gave me a threat that I thought as I became a grown-up, I wouldn't ever hit his threat again. Anybody here wear glasses, you hear the same threat for the rest of your damn life. He didn't threaten to punch me in the face. He didn't threaten to shoot me. He's like, look here, you don't give me no nuggets, I'm gonna knock your damn glasses off your face. So like, you can't come up with nothing new. So we get there, this long trip, start seeing all my family there. And I give them a speech too, like, because I pay for everything. And we had this limo. And I'm like, look here, y'all. I paid for this funeral. Ain't nobody else riding this limo with me. It's just me. I'm showing up by myself, VIP, to my Uncle Freddie dope fiend funeral. And then they made us send out doves to him too, which I thought was weird. Like, he don't deserve doves. People who should get doves that die in war or a hero. Not nobody who did drugs and stole from you your whole life. You don't give him a dove, maybe a bat. Thank y'all so much, y'all. I'm Lil Rel. That's my time. Peace out.
Special is called 45 Jokes About My Dead Dad. It was originally called 46 Jokes About My Dead Dad, but focus groups said that she just crossed the line. So please welcome Laurie Kilmartin.
Thank you. How are you, crowd? Good? I am a single mother. Thank you. I'm actually hoping to lose custody of my son. If you guys could notify the authorities of that joke, I would really appreciate it. My son is 11 years old now. I can't believe he's already 11. I remember when he was so tiny, he fit on the front steps of a Catholic church. Just kept leaving him there. I was on a date recently with a guy, and he goes, just so you know, I'm not ready to be a stepdad yet. And I was like, that's okay, I'm actually not looking for a stepdad tonight. If anything, I'm looking for this month's uncle. That's all the relationship I can handle. And that's what I tell my son too. I never tell my son, oh, this is mom's boyfriend. I always tell my son, oh, honey, this is your uncle. And then when I break up with a guy, I tell my son, oh, honey, your uncle died. I live with my son, obviously, and also a couple months ago, my 81-year-old mother moved in with me. It's temporary because she's 81. That's not really a joke, that's a prayer to God. Please, do your job. My mom wears a DNR bracelet, a do not resuscitate bracelet. I put it on her. She can't get it off. I hear her trying at night. Gnawing, nah, 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 nah. Good luck, Mom, dentures don't cut. The reason my mom moved in with me is a couple of years ago, my dad, my beloved father, passed away. And I don't know if anyone here has lost a parent yet. I'm sure many of you have. It's really tough to lose a parent. It's even tougher if you were hoping to lose the other parent first. Yeah, we all have favorites, okay? And I'm not the only one who felt that way. My dad's last words to me were, ha ha, she's your problem now. Yeah, he knew. He knew what he did. My son loves YouTube. He has a YouTube channel, he makes videos, and I can tell you right now, they are awful. He will do a strobe light effect for the entire video. He will film up close, up his nose, so there's boogers. He will do fart noises, and they're 30 to 35 minutes long. They're unwatchable. So he ended one of his videos recently by going like this, which I know sounds disturbing, but you've got to believe me, it's the best work he's ever done. I was like, finally, you, the director, have captured what I, the audience, was feeling at that exact moment. I, too, wanted to end my life. Thank you for hearing me. Well, it turns out I'm not the only one who watches my kids' videos. So does his school. They panicked. They apparently tried to call me 5 times that day. Now, they couldn't reach me because I blocked the school's number last year. The principal was stalking me. So they freaked out and they called the police. And that night, 3 police officers came to my house for a wellness check. And I had no idea why. They said, you need to see a video your son posted today. So I pulled it up. Now, in retrospect, I could have fast forwarded to the very end of the video, because that's what they wanted to see. But instead, I made the cops watch all 32 minutes of strobe lights and boogers and fart noises. And by the time we got to the end, all 3 cops had their actual guns at their temples. I talked them down, and then I introduced my son to his newest uncles. Happy endings for all of us. All right, that's it for me. Thank you very much.
Is everybody having a good time? I gotta tell you, all kidding aside, this is, and I said it earlier in the evening, I'm so proud, and it's so weird. You know, people say, young comedians come to me and they go, I'm playing a GIF just for laughs. You know, how do I do it? What do I do? What do I think of? It's the biggest stage in the world. And I always say, just own it. Now I do. So anyway. I am so proud. I am so proud. I want to show you. My goal is to put Montreal on Montreal comedy on a bigger map. You know, outside of comedians, outside of television, people don't know that this is the Mecca. This is important. So I was sitting at home. I was sitting on my couch in Santa Monica, California, and I said, I'm so proud. I just want to tell everybody, and I just want to promote it, even if it's just me. And I did that. And I taped it. Watch this. I'm so excited in being a part of this festival. I can't tell you. I sit here on my couch each and every day going, I have a part of a festival. I just want to tell everybody, but I don't want to get off the couch. So I'm just going to go tell everybody this way. Hey, hi, I have a festival. You have a what? A festival, part of a festival. I have the Montreal, hi. So I was trying to promote my festival. Hey sir, I have a festival. You want to help me promote it?
I'm good, man, thank you.
How may I help you?
I don't want to order, I just want to talk about the festival.
How may I help you?
I've got a festival. Pardon me? No, I'm just telling them about I have a festival. I want to know. I want everybody to come to Montreal to the festival. I'm saying that I got that Just for Laughs, the Just for Laughs festival. Hello.
How may I help you?
Yeah, I'm one of the owners of the festival, of the Just for Laughs festival. Hello? Because now I'm an owner. I'm trying to promote Montreal and the City of Laughter, because that's where they have the Montreal. Will you help us do that?
Sure.
Can you take off your shirt, and I'm going to give you a shirt? Okay. All right. You know what?
What?
Never mind.
How can I help you?
What did you say?
I said, how can I help you?
Oh, I'm just going around telling everybody that I have a small part of a festival.
Okay. Did you want to leave some flyers or something?
I don't have flyers, but will you tell other people? Can I just browse for a second then?
Try not to knock anything down.
Whoa. Oh my God, look at your collection. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go and spread the word. People will stop you and say, where's the city of laughter? And what are you going to say?
Montreal.
Montreal in July, right? Hey, where are you going?
Montreal, just to laugh.
Thank you. So everybody in a 2-city block now knows. How cool is that? I'm showing you some of the other behind-the-scenes things I do. What is important? Branding. And I thought, hey, I'm new here. Why should we not have a new mascot? You ready for a new mascot? I'm going to unveil it right here, right now on this CW special. This is the new mascot for the Just for Laughs Festival. I'm so excited. Ready? Can I get a drum roll? What do you think? What do you think? I love it. I love it. I don't know what it is about it, but I just love it. And guess what? Guess what? Before you settle down, I brought one for everybody here in the audience. This is the one that I brought. So I'm going to need you to just, enjoy it and pass it. Don't spend too much time with it because there's a big audience and I only have one.
Okay.
So pass it along, enjoy it. That's how you enjoy it? There, yeah, hold me. There you go. Oh, that's great. All right, it is time to continue with the show. You having a good time? Here we go. Okay, our next comedian is currently on Saturday Night Live, but I will always remember her as the hilarious impressionist who blew my socks off on America's Got Talent. Please welcome Melissa Villaseñor.
Good to be here. I currently sleep alone. And when you sleep alone, you realize you're the only one to protect yourself at night. Sometimes in the middle of the night, if I hear a sound, I'll think, oh, a presence is here. Make a sound for it to go away, Melissa. So I'll hear a little, and then I'll go, that'll show them. I like to play video games, and I came up with a defense mechanism. When I walk alone at night and I feel like someone's following me, I just like to pretend I'm a Sim. Remember the Sims video game? Because that'll scare them off. Just go, so wow, su, wow, be wow, hey, so, wow. I'm from LA, and I moved to New York for the show, which is awesome. But when I moved to New York, there's these guys called brokers that they open the apartment and show you the place. And there was an apartment I was looking at, another girl also was looking at it, and we walk in, and she did the law of attraction, which is you act as if it's already yours. You say the things out loud. You know, she walks in, she goes, oh, yes, I could see us living here. My boyfriend and I, our bed right here. Look at these cupboards. We could put all our plates and cups in when we have guests over. Oh, that's great. Oh, and in that corner there, I could put our little chair. That is great. And I was like, darn it. That was my plan. I was going to say everything I own out loud and act as if this place was mine. But I realized I couldn't. I couldn't say the stuff I own. It's just weird. Couldn't walk in and be like, yes, I could put my anime stuffed animals over here. I could put my ramen in this cupboard. I don't need these other cupboards. And in that corner there, I could put my chair where I have meltdowns in. I hang out a lot alone, but I do a lot of voices, so I'm never really alone. A lot of friends. Something I used to do when I had Facebook, I used to love reading people's statuses with voices to crack myself up. I'd just be in bed scrolling through that news feed and I would have a blast.
Just got engaged. Bye. Don't give up, single ladies. You're Prince Charming.
Shut it, Tiffany.
Just passed my science final. Meet me at the bar to celebrate.
No one wants to go, you dork. Then I get that nice essay status, the big chunk. I turn off all the lights, light a few candles, and read it as Gandalf.
Last year, I was in a very dark place. All my friends got married and got raises in their jobs, while I lost my job and my wife. Read more. So I wanted to end it there, jump off a cliff. But something changed this year for me. I found happiness because I joined CrossFit. I eat kale every day, and I've been on Tinder getting very lucky. So know this, you too can be happy as I am.
You guys can try that out. Sure. I'm a really sensitive person. I used to get butthurt from the dumbest things. Like, do you ever get people that look at you and say, you know who you remind me of? You look like this girl out there. You sound, dress, look exactly like her. It's crazy. That would always break me. Like, well, if someone's better at being me, then why should I exist, right? So what I used to do is I used to change up my face a bit, hoping they forget who I look like to them. And they go, you know who you remind me of?
Who?
Well, now the roach man from Men in Black.
It's in the back. Sugar water.
All right, guys, I'm Melissa Villaseñor. Have a great night.
This next comic grew up the youngest of 10 kids. And tonight, for the first time in a long time, he will not be wearing hand-me-downs. So we're all really excited. Please put your hands together and enjoy the comedy stylings of Neal Brennan.
Hey! So, old people make some noise. Yeah. I used to worry about getting older, but after a certain age, it looks like fun. After like 75, 80, you guys just do whatever you want. You ever notice no one says anything to them? You ever notice that old people just Band-Aids on their face for no reason? People are like, yeah, I think it's maybe like a time blister. I don't know what that is. At my age, like, I'll sneak food into movie theaters. I've seen old people openly bring their own food into restaurants. Like, they don't care. I was at a Cheesecake Factory, watched an old man take a hard-boiled egg out of his pocket, which is crazy. And he crumbles it up over his salad, and his family's like, Grandpa, you can't do that. And he's like, I just did, what now? I like when old people are racist and everyone's like, let them finish. I like when old people are racist, but it's toward like weird groups that no one even thinks about anymore for like obscure World War II reasons. Where they'll be like, Albanians, good people, just don't let them borrow your toolbox. I like when old people try to get into technology like Twitter. You always tell an old person doesn't understand Twitter because they clearly misunderstood the box and they thought they were on another website, and you'll just see like, nearest drugstore. You're like, Grandpa. Twitter, remember when that was fun? 8, 9 years ago? Now I didn't think it was going to make it because people would tweet the dumbest stuff. I was on there one day and some girl tweeted like, who here likes avocado toast? I was like, all right, I got to delete this app. But now you go on there and it's just a prison riot. 24 hours a day, like an all caps prison riot. Especially when there's a news story, like basically how it works is CNN will tweet like, gunshots heard at local high school. And then someone else will be like, thoughts and prayers to the high school. And then someone else will be like, screw your thoughts and prayers. We're gonna get AR-15s off the street. And then somebody else will be like, cock, which is just like hello in the Twitterverse. It's basically like taking attendance, like, cock. And then somebody else will be like, I blame Trump, he's the most corrupt president of all time. And then somebody else will be like, you think he's corrupt? Google Hillary Clinton baby death sex island. Okay. And then somebody else will be like, you're all morons. And somebody else will be like, we're morons, you just misspelled your. And at this point, I'm so freaked out that I'm like, who here likes avocado toast? I'm single. How many men in relationships right now? By round of applause. Yeah, and how many of you think you're good at it? Yeah, they're not. They're being sarcastic. Yeah, we're not good at it. I was never good at it. Whenever I'm in a relationship, I just feel like a fifth grader trying to play clarinet in the school band, where I'm like, trying to see how my friends are doing, and they're worse than me. Like, Men and women are very different. I don't know if you've seen stand-up comedy before, but we are. The amount of communicating women want to do is astounding to me. It's astounding. Like, women, when it comes to talking, is your philosophy like, well, I'm exhaling anyway? Whenever I have a girlfriend, I run out of stuff to say within like 10 minutes. Fellas, you ever have that thing happen where you run out of something, you run out of things to say, and then you remember something you thought of earlier in the day but knew not to say it, but then you panic and say it anyway? Or I'll be like, what else? What else? Hey, babe, you know there's a girl at work with the same butt as you. Why did I just say that? I'm thankful that there wasn't an entrance exam to become a boyfriend, because I would fail it miserably. Miserably. One would come back in with the results and be like, all right, Neal, we're not going to pass you, because there's a few areas in which you did not do well. One of them was listening. Question was, if you were watching basketball on TV and your girlfriend wanted to talk to you, how would you handle it? We were looking for something like I'd turn the TV off and ask her what was going on with her, but you wrote down, I'd turn the TV up and say, I can't talk right now, babe. It's the first quarter, which is one of the most important quarters. Neal, you also did poorly in conflict resolution. The question was, if your girlfriend had a serious issue with something you did, how would you deal with it? And you wrote down, I'd think of a time she did something similar and say, see, bitch, now we're even. Thank you.
I can say so many wonderful things about your next act, but if I had to sum her up in only like 7 words, I'd say, put your hands together for Hannah Gadsby.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. G'day. Oh. I'm from Australia. That doesn't deserve a response, but thank you. It's nice to be here. I haven't been going so well back home. I've been getting a bit of negative feedback from my people, the lesbians. They're not happy with my work of late, and I've been getting a bit of negative feedback. And if there is something my people love, it is giving a bit of feedback. We're not shy. We'll let you know why you're upsetting everybody. But I had this spokesperson, one of our spokespeople, self-appointed, we all are, approached me straight after a show to give me a bit of feedback. And if there is a good time to give me a bit of feedback, it is straight after a show. I love that time. That is definitely when my skin is at its thickest. I love it. Yes, please. Listening ears on. Oh. She came up to me after a show and she said, I was very disappointed in your show this year, Hannah. This year. That got me. I thought, oh no, she's been on this assignment for a while. The problem, she said, I don't think there was enough lesbian content. I said, you know, I was on stage the whole time. I was, honest. I didn't even straighten up halfway through. I don't know. It's a worrying trend, though. You know, I'm a comedian, but really, am I? You know, what sort of comedian can't even make the lesbians laugh? Love how tense that makes a room. You all know the answer to that. It's every comedian ever. Nobody can make the lesbians laugh, but you're looking at me going, she's a lesbian, this is a trap. And it is. But let's walk into it together. I happen to believe that that's a technically perfect joke. Bulletproof. What sort of comedian can't make the lesbians laugh? Every comedian ever, because it's based on very true stereotypes. It's funny because it's true. Us lesers, we don't have a sense of humour. And you want to laugh at that because it's true. We don't. It's how we are. We're set to stern, straight out of puberty. It's like someone stabbed a potato with a spoon. That's our lot, right? The only people, though, who hate that joke, who don't think that joke is funny, are us lesers. We hate that joke because we don't have a sense of humour, but we have to laugh because if we don't, it proves the point. Checkmate. It's a perfect joke. It is. It's not my joke. Gosh, it's not my joke. I don't really think I wrote that joke. Gosh, that's been around for a long time. It's a classic. It was written before ever I was a comedian. Before, in fact, that joke was written at a time before even women generally were funny. Back in the good old days, when you could say anything you wanted and nobody was offended. I've been assured it was a lovely time. But I think it's important to acknowledge when language shifts, because back then in the good old days, a lesbian meant something much different than it does today. A lesbian now pertains to sexuality. But back then, a lesbian was just any woman not laughing at a man. That's generally how you found out. It's like, lighten up. Just a joke. You need to have sex with a man. Lighten up. Interesting advice. I got a letter on Facebook. I call it a letter. That's controversial, I know. There's a lot of old people who deny that. They're saying, no, a letter requires paper and effort. But it was a letter because it said, Dear Hannah, new line. Who does that? And it said, you owe it to yourself and your community to come out as transgender. Now, all jokes aside, I do want to do my absolute best by my community, but that was new information to me at the time. I did not know that. I thought when I came out as a lesbian, that was it for closets for me, but it turns out I exist in a babushka doll of closets. No, I don't identify as transgender. Power and respect to anybody on that journey, but it isn't mine. I'm clearly gender not normal. This has been going on all my life. But no, I don't identify as transgender. I don't even think lesbian is the right identity fit for me. Really, I don't. I think if I had my way, if I could just click my finger and have people see me for how I see myself, how I feel that I am, I would say first and foremost, I identify as tired. I am very tired. Yeah. Please stop asking me to explain myself. I don't know. I do get mistaken for a man a lot. It happens a lot, but never for long. My masculinity doesn't hold up to scrutiny. I'm only man at a glance. And because I'm only man at a glance, it means that I'm always still there, still very much standing right in front of the person who's just called me sir. and deeply regrets it. So I'm always bear witness to that roller coaster of regret and panic washing over their face as they go, what am I going to do? And I never help. Because I don't care, but my word, a lot of other people do. When I get mistaken for a man, one of my favourite responses is sometimes people manage to erase my memory of being called sir, and it's a very neat trick. What they do is they use hypnosis and the magic word. They're always looking down. It's a customer service situation. And they'll say, can I help you, sir? Madam. And it works every time. Gone. I never remember being called sir if someone calls me madam immediately after. Oh, yeah, because madam is a very triggering word for me. It's what my mum used to call me when I was in a lot of trouble for opening a brothel. We just have some more words. If anything, it's the apology I don't understand when people apologise for calling me sir. I don't get it. I got it on the flight here. I was walking on and being greeted. Welcome aboard, sir. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Why are you apologising? Please don't apologise. I like it. I really love it. I love being mistaken for a man. I don't want to be a man, but I'm partial to a holiday because that's what it feels like. Because if someone's looking at me, calls me sir, what they are seeing is top shelf, normal, king of the humans, a straight white man. Don't apologise. I'm about to get good service for no effort. I was going to take my assigned seat and both the armrests. Don't apologise. Your knee space, not today, buddy. Thank you very much. Good night.
Called our next act one of the country's strongest comedians. Strongest. And just to prove it, he's going to give you all a piggyback home. Please welcome Gary Gulman. Gary.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here. I'm staying at the hotel across the way. I got room service last night. What a delight. You make a phone call, 10 minutes later, there's a knock at your door, the sweetest, most polite man. May I come in? May I come in? May you come in? I summoned you. Of course you may come in. Enter, my liege. And then he says, where would you like this? Where would you like this? And I lie. I lie every time. So just place it at the desk. You put it at the desk where I manage my correspondence. The desk where I write my letters, sitting upright. That's where I'll eat my dinner. One of these times I'd love to tell the truth. Where would you like this? All right, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna dive back into the bed and pull the covers up to my chin. I want you to delicately place the tray on my tummy. And if you feed it to me, you can write in your own tip. That's where I would like it. Why do I have to lie? I lied on the airplane. I lied to the flight attendant last night. Because I wanted the exit row. I'm 6'6". 6'6", that's a lot of Jew. That's so much Jew. We normally don't come in this size. But I wanted the exit row. But when you take the exit row, they come around and they deputize you a hero. Are you willing and able to help in the event of an emergency? No. No, I'm neither willing nor able to help in the event of an emergency. I will lose my mind. Are you kidding me? I took 2 Xanax to pack for this flight. You think I'm gonna usher strangers from smoldering wreckage? No. I played hockey when I was a when I was a child. Do you like me now? I did. I really wanted to figure skate. But then I knew myself, that I knew I would not be able to handle the scrutiny. And I realized that figure skating, as brutal as hockey is, figure skating is much more brutal, barbaric even. They make the woman finish skating after she's fallen. Lowest point in your life? Keep dancing, sweetie. Yeah, try another Lutz. They should race the Zamboni out there, scoop her up and whisk her off into a private room where they give her a carton of Marlboros and a pillow to scream into. She's not gonna win. It's over. You never see a woman on the gold medal stand with slush running down her thigh. Split lip and a bloody nose. Let her start to regroup. Instead, they make her finish skating, give her scores. We know the scores. And then they interview her. Don't even give her time to recombobulate. She's apologetic. I'm sorry I'm late. I was just digging out from under an avalanche of broken dreams. Hi, Mom. Hi. Thanks for turning a carefree hobby into a joyless prison. I've never tasted a brownie. Christina, why do you think you fell? Maybe because it was so slippery? Yeah, it was like a sheet of ice out there. They ought to do something about that. Maybe throw down some rock salt. And what's next for you, Christina? What's next? I'm going to see if I can trade in this bronze medal for my childhood. Thank you.
Hey, our next guest has performed on stage alongside Martin Sheen and Meryl Streep, but I'm pretty sure Meeting Me will top that, because I'm the owner. Please welcome Erica Rhodes.
Thank you. Wow, this is such an honor to be here tonight. I just went through a breakup recently, which I think is great because it means it was a real relationship. Finally, right? Usually I'm like, it's over. And he's like, who's this? I don't know this phone number. I think breakups were easier before the internet. You know, we could just be like, sorry, it didn't work out. Have a nice life. Go away. Right? Now it's like, sorry, it didn't work out. I will see you online forever. There were some clues he wasn't the guy for me. I feel like there's always clues we ignore for 4 to 5 years. And one clue is we had very little in common, except we both really loved him. Like one time, I swear he actually said this once. He said, I love you more than you love me because I love myself so much. You need to love yourself more so that you can love me more. And I was like, actually, I think we both need to love you less, because the more I love you, the more I hate myself for loving a guy who loves himself so much. Our breakup was interesting because he was a little competitive with me. That was one of our problems. And one time, out of the blue, he just said, you know, you're not smarter than me. And I was like, it's actually smarter than I am. And then he said, well, between you and I finished college and you didn't. And I was like, it's actually between you and me. And then he said, you and I are done. And I was like, you got that one right. I'm getting a little older. I'm in my 30s now, which is, I know it's not old, but certain things change in your 30s, you know, like I don't relate to anyone in their 20s now because I look at them and I'm like, you're so cute because you still think you matter. The rest of your life, it's just a really long journey where you find out you matter less and less and less every day, and then you die. Not to give it away to the kids in the crowd. My friend wanted to get lunch recently, but she's like, I'm vegan now. And I was like, uh-oh, here we go with that whole thing. I was like, do you want to go to Cafe Gratitude? It's a vegan restaurant in LA. And she was like, well, I'm also gluten-free, so can we go to the juice bar? And I was like, how about we just never speak again? Let's just move on with our lives. And she got a tattoo of a hummingbird she was really proud of. She's like, Erica, I just got a new tattoo of a hummingbird. Do you know what hummingbirds represent? And I was like, no, but I bet you're gonna tell me. She's like, they represent change. And I was like, interesting, you know what doesn't usually represent change? Tattoos. Not a big symbol of change. My parents have been married a really long time. They've been married for 41 years. And I wonder, like, what makes a happy marriage, why it's lasted so long. And I think for them, it's because my dad can't possibly leave my mom because he's in a wheelchair. He has MS, you know, it's a neurological disease. And I found out recently they have an MS walk. Just seems very disrespectful to me. So I went on it, you know, to find out what all the fuss was about, and it's just like thousands of people showing off what they can do. It's just so rude. My dad hates that joke too, and I'm always like, sorry, Dad, but when I have an idea, I run with it. Unlike some people I know. So you're just gonna have to roll with it. That's it for me. Thanks so much, America Rhodes.
Right, this next comic is known for his hilarious prank phone calls. And if there's any millennials, a phone call is like when you FaceTime, but your camera's broken. Please welcome Roy Wood Jr.
Canada. I almost didn't come. Be real with you. I'm scared to leave America. You know, you leave America now, they might not let you back in. You got to leave America the same way you do a nightclub when you stepping out to smoke a cigarette. You got to go to customs and talk to the bouncer real quick. Hey, man, you gonna be here when I get back? I'm going to Canada real quick to make a phone call. No, I'll be right back. Here's the problem with immigration. Like, first and foremost, you shouldn't have to learn the language of the place you choose to live. I think that's highly overrated. Talking to people is a stressful experience. And it's better when you don't understand. It's better. I try to fake it every day. I try to fake not understanding strangers. I don't want to talk. Hey, do you know which way to go? Because here's the thing, we demand that people learn the language. That's what they say. You need to learn the language. If you're gonna live here, you need to learn the language. Learn the language, why? To talk to who? All we do is ignore each other. All social media has done is made us less social. You want to talk to people and they should learn the language. When you walk every day, you walk past fluent speaking people who speak the same language as you and you don't say a damn thing to them. Because you'd rather mind your damn business. That's how we live now. People get on the elevator. Do you talk to them? No. You can't even make friends for 11 seconds. 11 seconds. That's all you have to do is fake being interested in another human being, and you can't do it. You press your button and you stare at the wall like a drone. So why should we put that burden on immigrants? Why should immigrants have to learn the language? As soon as they learn the language, ain't nobody gonna talk to their ass. They gonna get on the elevator and go, hello, I know the language. Shut your ass up and hit the button. It doesn't make sense. But here's the problem to me. I feel like the only people who should have to learn the language is if you work a job that's life or death. And that's where the problem lies in immigration for me. I have a foreign doctor. He's fluent in English, which is beautiful. The dude, fluent, does his job beautifully. But the problem in America is that they teach people English, but they never teach them proper inflection. I got a doctor that gives me bad news in a good news tone, and it's stressful. Because he never learned how to properly say bad stuff. My doctor come here, yes, we are looking at your blood work, the abnormalities with the cholesterol. If you're not careful, heart attack. I go, wait a minute. That's not how you say heart attack. That is not how you say heart attack. Heart attack is not a tiptoe word. Heart attack is a downhill. There's only 3 or 4 tiptoe words in the English language as it is. It's woo-wee and damn and yeah, like that's it. Heart attack is not one of them. I was talking with some of my little cousins. They got me back playing video games again. I went back and started back playing Street Fighter. Street Fighter, that's my game, man. Street Fighter, if you don't remember this video game, Street Fighter is a video game where the basic premise of the game is where 2 strangers show up in a public place and whoop each other's ass. That's it. That's the entire game. One dude walks up to another dude, hey, meet me at the fish market during normal business hours, and I will beat your ass. That's the best part of Street Fighter, is that there's people in the background shopping, acting like an ass whooping is not occurring right in front of them. It's 2 grown men in a fish market throwing fireballs at each other. Hadouken, Hadouken, and right behind them, it's a dude. Yeah, let me get some crab legs. And I'll take some of the snapper. Yeah, Hadouken. Yeah, box it up to go. I'm gonna take that to go. They throwing them fireballs, yes. Best part of Street Fighter is that the police never show up. Nobody snitches during Street Fighter. First of all, if you call 911, would they even believe the fireball call? 911, what's your emergency? Yeah, y'all need to get down here. It's 2 white people throwing fireballs at each other. Sir, this line is for emergencies only. What you think a fireball is? Sir, we need a real emergency. Okay, there's a black person here and they're just reading on a bench. Thank you, guys.
All right, the next duo is a musical comedy act that performs with a ukulele and a guitar. And after traveling the world together, one of them wished she'd called dibs on the ukulele. All right, please welcome Garfunkel and Oates.
Hi, guys.
Hey. So we have dated a bunch of very interesting men.
Recently, unbeknownst to me, I dated a Republican. Yeah, he told me on our 3rd date, and he said that the problem with us dating would be that he would be embarrassed to introduce me to his family because of our material. So great guy. But the good thing is he had advice on how we could write the kind of songs where both sides can laugh. He kept using that term.
Yeah, both sides can laugh. And he actually had a lot of helpful hints on how to write a song, but he was not a songwriter.
No, he worked at like a Bitcoin type place that wasn't quite Bitcoin, like the Bing of Bitcoin.
But anyway,
that kind of,
we were thankful for his helpful advice, and we took it and we wrote this song. Every once in a while you meet a special kind of man. A needle in a haystack, a diamond in a pile of crap. A man who's never written music but thinks he can. A Republican cryptocurrency guy like Dan. Thank you, digital accountant Dan, for explaining how to write a song. I wouldn't have known to choose a topic before you, Dan, you came along. Thanks for telling me to write down my thoughts and send them all to you. so you can make sure it doesn't offend the conservative point of view. You say it's time to pop my liberal bubble and reach across the aisle. Find levity in relatable things that can make the red and blue states smile, because comedy should be inclusive and connect with the other half. It should make us all feel comfortable so both sides can laugh. Well, I'm gonna take your advice, Computer Dan, and write something bipartisan. So here's my song. Don't you hate it when you're liberal and you're stuck in traffic? Now I'm late for my big meeting. Don't you hate it when you're conservative and your in-laws are here? Oh, brother, what's your mother gonna say? Don't you hate it when you're liberal and you lose your glasses? How can I find my glasses without my glasses? Or when you're a conservative and your gun control policies enable constant, senseless, devastating mass shootings. Isn't it great when both sides can laugh? Ha 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 ha. We're really not that different. We should come together as one with easy, pleasing, breezy jokes. You know, comedy can just be fun. So let's all get together and embrace the other half with this song where both sides can laugh. Don't you hate it when you're liberal and a song's in your head? Maureen, I'm not a theater person. Or when you're a conservative and your podcast won't load, it'll only play an ad from Blue Apron. Don't you hate it when you're liberal and you can't stop crying? Boo-hoo, I want civil rights. Or when you're a conservative and your woman-grabbing liar threatens nuclear annihilation on Twitter. Isn't it great when both sides can laugh? Ha 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 ha. In this time of political turmoil, I should ignore it and be polite. It's more comfortable for all of us if I don't choose between left and wrong. So let's all get together and embrace the other half with this song where both sides can laugh. If I want to cease fire to transpire, stop preaching to the whiny lefty choir, embrace the climate change denier, give every joke a qualifier with harmless, responsible comedy where we all feel good about our choices, that recognizes everyone as equally valid political voices. Comedians should be on the medians and put a premium on obedience. Be through with mental acuity, find unity through ambiguity. All this complaining and exaggerating is actually just exacerbating the futility and hypocrisy of the left-wing aristocracy. Let go of the same old blue shtick. Stop trying to skew it. I sound like a mouthy shrew chick. Acoustic music is psychotherapeutic. I need to get a clue quick. If I want to accrue new YouTube clicks, subdue this taboo stuff I spew. Find a new, more palatable point of view. But you underestimated me because I don't look like the enemy. My tentacles are enemy. A musical comedy, sea anemone. And I should say that it's okay, that no matter the cost, you want your little pistol, or it's fine you voted for Voldemort. As long as your reasons were purely fiscal. Oh, you're just greedy. I didn't realize. That's fine. So let's all get together and embrace the other half with this song where both sides can laugh. So what do you think, Dan? How did I do? I can't believe I used to write songs that had a point of view. Being general is always better for comedy, it's true. Thank God for you, Dan. Thank only Christian God for you. Thanks, everybody. You guys.
Okay, everybody, did you have a great time? So did we. Was this great? I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be a small part of this, I think, the most exciting comedy event in the world. I want to thank you, the audience. I want to thank Montreal. I want to thank Canada. I want to thank the CW. Continue supporting this. This is our 36th year. It just keeps getting bigger and better. And until next year, good night. Thank you.